Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Anthony. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I'm subdued, number one, because I'm trying to get over being sick and I don't want to get too agitated, so I'm in a coughing fit. And number two, because Night Living Dead 3D is kind of like, I don't know, sleeping pill, or, you know, someone spiked you. Bill Cosby spiked me, don't make me into a pudding pop. You know. Bill Cosby wants to lick me like a pudding pop. This is a type of movie that feels like you've been dosed with something. I don't know what the hell, but I mean, it's called Night of the Living Dead 3D. You look at the cover of the film, the fact this got made. The only Night of the Living Dead thing worth a spit to me was the 1990 movie where you had Tony Todd and Patricia Tallman, directed by Tom Savini. That's a good remake. But the Night of the Living Dead animated remake, that crappy cartoon, all this stuff they do, like Day of the Dead 2 Contagion and all this other crap. I mean, the movie starts off with literal shot of the original Night of the Living Dead. Like, you're watching the actual original. The camera pulls out to a TV playing the film, and then the movie pans and it takes the title with it. So to go close to the camera and go 3D. Who the hell saw this film in 3D? Seriously, how many people? I would be shocked if more than 5 people saw this film in 3D. I mean, this didn't get a release enough to have people watch it in 3D on that. And even watching the film, I don't even know what 3D portions would be. Someone smoking and blowing smoke because they're pot dealers. And the movie's just lethargic. It's boring. There's barely any gore. I mean, there's not much of any gore at all. It's a very, very tame movie in that front. So yeah, a zombie film that honestly it could work as a damn PG movie. That's how tame it is. Yeah, Barb and Johnny going up for a funeral. Johnny is this whiny bitch complaining about and this family sucks and that family sucks and just won't shut the hell up. So they get there and they can see all the way that there's no one at the funeral. No one. Like from their car all the way you see there's nobody in the chairs. There's nobody. We see their point of view. And they walk up. And then Barb goes, man, there's nobody here. What, did you think it was like one of those shitty video games that if you walk far enough, then the background will become in focus? If you're too far away, so the level hasn't loaded up, so when you get closer, then the level will load up? Did you think they were invisible? Did you think they were playing a prank? I guess so, because Johnny literally says, maybe we're being punked. Because y'all remember Punt, right? Ashton Kutcher's prank show, Punt. I bet there's people out there that don't know what the hell that means, punt. Where is everybody? You saw it was empty, you stupid bitch. What are you talking about? So Johnny doesn't wait. He doesn't want to wait another minute because he's too much of a fucking whiny bitch. So he decides to walk away, gets in the car, and he gets attacked. And we see this from far, far away, from her point of view. Does she try to help? No. Does she try to stop? No. She just watches while Johnny gets attacked and, I guess, bitten, and then gets in his car, and then he drives away. So then she runs, stumbles, cuts his skirt to run faster. A guy on a motorcycle comes with his fist out, trying to do a clothesline. I don't know, I guess he hits the zombie. And they change Ben into a 20-some-year-old white guy. I mean, you know, when you do Night of the Living Dead, sure, one of the only aspects people remember the most, well, about the characters is Ben, who, you know, is black, and they go, let's turn him white. God, I can imagine if this film came out today. Well, actually, no one would know it existed still, but like, you took one of the characters who's the prominent. You know what? I'm surprised they haven't done a Night of the Living Dead remake where the lead girl is black. I don't know why. I'm just surprised that hasn't happened. But yeah, let's just turn Ben from black to a 20-year-old white guy. Just because. They don't even give really a ideas just to be different. Then I'm like, why the fuck? Oh, we're making the movie because of name value. And because Night of the Living Dead got in the public domain. Got in the public domain because George Romero and them did not sign all the dealings right and correctly. So they fucked up and they lost the rights. So public domain. And that's why not George Romero never made a dime off Night of the Living Dead. And you think about how popular that film was and redefined a genre, the zombie genre, and George Romero didn't make any money, which is probably why he helped produce stuff like the remake, so he could hopefully get some money from it. Now I don't know if there's a way to fix it so you can take something out of public domain. If anyone's a lawyer out there, let me know. But I guess not, otherwise they would have eventually done it, but because it was in the public domain, that's why they were able to, that's what, aren't they doing another Night of the Living Dead theme, but then it's the cast members of Day of the Dead? Lloyd Cardille and Terry Alexander. They're doing like Night of the Living Dead 2 or something. But it's the 3 cast members from Day of the Dead. Oh my god, just let it stop, please. There's another crappy one with like Andrew Divoff and Jeffrey Combs. Night of the Living Dead 3D Reawakened, whatever the hell. Oh my god. So, Jesus Christ. The acting is amateur hour, complete amateur hour. Sid Haig, may rest in peace, he's on the big cover of the DVD. He appears once in the beginning. Just Barb sees his mortuary, and he goes, no, you can't come in here, employees only. And she's like, what? And then a zombie comes at Sid Haig. Sid Haig's like, get back, man. Hey, you don't want to do that, get back. And then he doesn't come back in until like the last 30 minutes of the movie. Oh, the whole, they're coming to get you, Barbara. That comes in the vein of Johnny is a zombie and he texts, coming for you, Barb. For you. I didn't know zombies do texts, but apparently zombie does a text. Zombies can text, I guess. Coming for you, Barb. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh, and even though this is called Night of the Living Dead 3D, the actual original movie is playing on TV. Just when they get to, not Harry anymore, Henry's place. Dan, why they changed it from Harry to Henry? Just because. And they deal with pot. their pot farm. They're all stoners. And so you don't have any of the racial tension because there's no black people in this movie. You have none of the, really much tension between the characters at all. Henry and Ben don't really fight much, except they go do this, do that, and then they kind of drop it, and then it kind of moves on from there. You get two dipshits fucking in a barn and a wannabe Skinemax scene, and they get eaten bit. Henry gets bitten by his daughter. He decides to kill himself, and I guess the wife decides, hey, I'm going to join too, and dying, even though she's not bit or anything. So you could have said, no, I want you to live, go on, carry the family name. Nah, none of that. There's no gore to talk about. There's no gore in the movie. So then Sid Haig comes in, gives bits of exposition. By the end, it's Sid Haig, Ben, and Barb. They're trying to get to a car, and lo and behold, Sid Haig is a human villain, and he hits Ben in the head with a shovel, puts him in the trunk, takes Barbara. He's also a guy who's afraid of fire. He's got his dead dad right there sitting, which is one of the few makeup jobs in the movie. And I guess Sid Haig is the reason why this is happening. And even then, I didn't really get what the hell was going on. I don't care. And he now wants to turn her into a zombie because he's bored. I don't know. He needs someone to play fucking checkers with. I don't fucking know. Because Sid Haig was in Devil's Rejects, we need him in here, and we need him as a villain, I guess. There's one bit earlier on I forgot to mention, he does kill someone with a shovel. Ben has Sid gets pushed by Barbara. Oh yeah, his dad able to get his dead dad on fire on his hand. There's like a little fire on the hand, and when it turns away, it cuts back. That little fire has now gone all over the entire body. Fucker spread fast. There's a funny line that someone goes, "You're not dead, are you?" That reminds me of Maxwell Overdrive, but it was much funnier in that movie. Curtis, are you dead? It was much funnier in that movie, but here the guy literally goes, "You're not dead, are you?" I don't know, if I don't answer, I guess you'll get your answer. If I do answer, you might get your answer. The zombies bite up Sid Haig, but again, you don't see any ripping of flesh or tearing of skin. I don't know why you make a fucking zombie movie and make it as tame as this. And I guess in this universe, you don't have to be bitten by a zombie to turn into one, because Ben is there, gets to Barbara, and then he realizes he's got a tire iron inside of him, stabbed through him. I guess when he got put into the trunk, he got impaled on the tire iron. And I guess if you just die, you become a zombie, even if you don't get bit. So then she has to shoot Ben, and then she just stands there while the zombies are coming towards her. She doesn't try to run. She doesn't try to get the hell out of Dodge. She just stands there while the zombies are doing this. And then she screams and the movie's over, and then I scream. I stream fuck this movie. This is such a waste of fucking celluloid. Such a waste. Arbitrary changes, just to be different. Bend from black to white. Take away any amount of, tension or character interaction that you could have dealt with. Below average, crappy acting. Sid Haig completely wasted in a nothing role. The music is this droning sound that just is consistent, never scary, intense, or exciting. A lack of gore. Like, I can't explain any gore dads, there aren't any. I mean, they didn't even go the superficial route of going all out bloody gore fest. Or great, like, gory moments and then confusing stuff like, why is it called Night of the Living Dead? And then a lot of these characters have the same name, but they're watching a movie called Night of the Living Dead. So you think, wouldn't you be like, well, wait a minute, they have the same names or similar names as us, and is that why they changed it from Harry to Henry? So that, but at the same time, there's zombies out there, and they come across a girl named Barbara and a guy named Ben. Like, you know what? There was a movie called Mimesis where the characters kind of got thrust into the Night of the Living Dead movie. At least that was more of an interesting take on the material, on the plot. And while it's not a 5 out of 5 star movie, Mimesis is a lot more interesting than this and a lot more worth a watch than this. So I would say go watch Mimesis instead. This is just a complete waste of time. I don't know what the hell you could get out of this. Unless you're a Sid Haig completist, or you have to watch every single thing with Night of the Living Dead in the title. But it's a fucking shame that, George Romero in his life, because of his, simple mistake, lost out on so much money, so much that movie made. It's just a shame. I mean, you think about how popular these movies became. These guys should have been millionaires, but George Romero, Tobe Hooper, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, even Wes Craven with Nightmare on Elm Street. They were still fighting in the trenches for a good chunk of their career. I'd probably say out of all of them, maybe Wes Craven got a bit more traction because then he had Scream films and they were making a lot of money. But, George Romero and Tobe Hooper and these guys, not really. Especially George Romero, and it's just a shame. Absolute shame. And I remember there was a time when George Romero, he left, was in the early 90s to go to Hollywood, and he wrote all these scripts. And that was like a 10-year period, and he didn't get a single film made, it seemed. He was close in so many times. He was close to doing a Resident Evil movie, he was close to doing a Mummy movie, and they just kept falling through the cracks. And I think he made a lot of money from it, but at the same time, it's like, this is still all this time wasted when I could have been making 2, 3, 4 films. But instead, films like this get made and get financed. And maybe that's why I get harsh on movies like this, because I think of all the movies throughout the years that never got financed, that we never got to see. Shadow Company, John Carpenter, Shane Black, Kurt Russell, Fred Dekker, all working together on a Vietnam zombie action movie. Shadow Company. Isobar with Sylvester Stallone, like creature feature with Rick Baker special effects. Like all these other movies we don't get I would take, 10 of these crappy Night of the Living Dead 3D type of movies. That'd be close to a chunk of the budget for one of these movies, like Shadow Company and them. And one of my neighbor's roosters, they agree with that too. I just, people wonder why I get so harsh and angry at some of these movies. Yes, of course, it's based on personal opinion, but that's why I look at it. I look at the waste of finances, where if that was put into these projects that never got made, I think it'd be a better backlog of movies we'd have. Because this is a complete waste of money. Complete waste. I don't see a single positive in this film. If you do, be my guest, because it doesn't even work as a 3D movie. Direction is nothing of note. I mean, its most clever shot, I guess, is the beginning, where it pulls out of the original film, pans over, and it takes the title, and it goes over here. There you go. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.